Hey everybody, Shoebox Legends here. Thanks for joining me today for another episode of 50 for 2023. This is a little series that I'm doing this year. Made a list of 50 cards at the end of last year that I wanted to try to track down in 2023. Some of them very specific, others a little bit more vague or general. And we're gonna just kind of see how I do throughout the year and where I end up at the end of the year as far as my tally. So I've done 2 items off the checklist so far. Both 1951 Bowman baseball cards, Chuck Dressen and Don Newcomb. So they were in the first episode. And today we're going to get the third item done out of 50. This one was a little bit more vague and it was just a unique relic card. So I'm not really big on these. Generally speaking, I've probably talked them down before on the channel. A lot of stuff now that gets included in product is not game worn or actually used by the athlete. But I wanted to find a neat relic that was game used, and I really knocked it out of the park with this. I funded this card by selling a Rafael Devers auto, a rookie auto that was PSA graded. Got a couple $100 for that. So sort of in the same vein as my Xander Bogaerts sales, sold that card, and with the funds, picked up a relic that is cooler than anything I thought I would ever own. Baseball fans will instantly recognize this name, obviously. It is the Iron Horse Lou Gehrig. This is from the 2007 Upper Deck Sweet Spot Classic set. It's a classic memorabilia Lou Gehrig card. So check that out. That old jersey with the Yankee pinstripe on it. It's like faded. You know, this is likely something that was worn in maybe the 30s, around there, maybe early 40s. You know, either way, it's, you know, over 90, maybe coming up on 90 years old or thereabouts. And I just love that pinstripe, that, you know, kind of like wool type material that they used on the uniforms back then. And never in my life did I think I would own a piece of, you know, jersey worn by somebody of this magnitude. Obviously, he really almost transcends the sport with, you know, the adversity that he faced with his illness and the consecutive game streak that was eventually broken by Cal Ripken Jr. in the 90s, which is one of my favorite childhood baseball memories. So this card is really checks the boxes for me on a variety of levels. Couldn't be happier. And most importantly, this is from an era where relics, I feel like, meant a little bit more than they do today. This is a 2007 release, so it's over 15 years old now. And if we look at the language on the back, it actually says, importantly, on the front of this card is a piece of memorabilia that has been certified to us as having been used in an official Major League Baseball game. And that's really what I want to see when I'm getting a relic card. The language, like, this is not from any particular game or event, or this is photo shoot worn, you know, those don't really do it for me. But knowing this was part of Gehrig's uniform in a Major League game back in the day, it's just, you know, instantly becomes one of the coolest cards in my collection. Never thought I would own anything like that, and I didn't really think that was a possibility. I guess I was a little bit ignorant on the pricing of relic cards, and was really surprised to find that I could get that card with the funds that I got from my Devers auto. So really pleased. This one is SGC graded. I'm not, you know, that's not a requirement for me at all, but just happens to be the case. And that's the copy that was affordable to me, but I do think it looks good in that case. And then, you know, I was so happy with those results that I chased down a second card. So I sort of overdid it here as far as item number 3 on the checklist. This one was less than half the price of the Gehrig, which I just found unbelievable. So I got this to go with it. Check it out. Joltin' Joe DiMaggio. The same type of deal here, the matching Yankee pinstripe relic. I just love the way these look together. Of course, teammates, and, you know, 2 of the greatest hitters in the history of baseball. I love that the swatches kind of match. Joe's is a little bit more textured and kind of wrinkled, maybe a little bit older, I'm not really sure, but generally speaking, looks very similar to that Gehrig, and as a pair, you know, absolutely gorgeous. I love that they have matching black and white photos, and yeah, I mean, you couldn't find 2 hitters in the history of baseball, or you'd be hard pressed to find 2 better hitters, you know, in baseball history to get relics of like this. And I'm just really ecstatic with how this turned out. Didn't expect to do this well with the third item on the 50 for 2023 checklist, but really happy to have these two, and I will certainly keep these in the collection for a while. Don't see myself selling either of these anytime soon, and it's kind of given me a little bit of the relic bug, so I may even search out, some others maybe from this release, which I really, really like, or others, in that early to mid 2000s time frame. So there you have it, two pretty cool relics there. And shout out to my buddy Pepino Man on the side. I know he's mentioned recently that he wanted to see some good relic cards out here in the community. So that's my part. I don't have a lot of relics, but I think these two new ones really, pack a punch. So there you go, Pepino. And to everybody else, appreciate you stopping by to check this out. And I'll certainly be back in the very near future with some more content. Till then, take care and enjoy the hobby.